for the biggest tax overhaul to be launched tonight at midnight. From market veterans to the who's who of India Inc., CNBC TV 18 brings you incisive coverage on how the new tax regime of GST will impact the various sectors. In the latest, Ekta Batra and Vikas Dandekar caught up with Samen Chakraborty, the CFO of Dr. Reddy's, and began by asking him, amongst other things, if pharma companies like Dr. Reddy's will feel the jitters once GST is rolled out.
We have been preparing for the GST implementation for the last few months. It's almost coming to an end now. But the impact is there in the industry because most of the stockists have not been buying as much as normally they would have bought. And also, if there would have been any kind of sales return, that would maximize during this period. So everything comes back. So overall industry, I believe in the month of June specifically, there would be quite a bit of impact due to this stocking. After 1st July, it will start normalizing, but maybe it will take a quarter or so for normalizing before it stabilizes. So Q3 will be the period when, post GST implementation, I hope things will stabilize.
Do consumers, for example, have to fear about, say, lack of availability of drugs because some stockists haven't been able to adjust to GST or, execute it?
If availability would have been a concern, that would have played out by now. Now, after 1st July, again, people can easily buy. All the stockists can take. So I don't find availability will be any more concern now.
When we talk about Dr. Reddy's, it's US is the biggest operations, and right now we are not in the best of health so far as US is concerned. Your overall take on where are you headed in the US and how you will be able to cope with those challenges?
See, primarily the risks come from two sides. One is increased competition, and of course the channel consolidation, which has been happening for some period.
Sure.
Now, channel consolidation has come to the stage. The top three actually among themselves have about 80% of the total. Right. So I don't think on channel consolidation further movements, there is a lesser potential of that kind of things happening. Increased competition for specific products where you will have a lesser competition and you will be enjoying a smooth ride for some time and new player entering that. That is going to remain a phenomenon that can only be offset by a continuous flow of new launches. So our strategy always has been to build up the pipeline. And of course, in previous years, we have not been able to file many products, which in last financial year we have done. Last financial year, our financial performance was not that good. But on the R&D side, we have been able to file, 26 ANDAs, which is quite good. Even this financial year, our target is almost similar. I mean, we would like to file. The more you file, then even if there is some attrition, you will hope to then get approval and launch. So we have the visibility of launch, like a 10 plus products. Definitely we have visibility of launch every year. So those are some things which are going to help in terms of US business. And the more proportion of your products, if it is on the complex side or actually which can lead to more limited competition, that helps you in terms of not only getting better value but over a longer period of time.
We can't talk about the US and not talk about US FDA. So Miriala Gouda is clear now? EIR received, that means that filings can start?
Mirial Gouda?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mirial Gouda we received the EIR.
Okay, so that means it's a green signal for that one. What about Srikakulam API?
Srikakulam, it is under process, so we will be hoping at some point of time we get the EIR. We cannot, say with a specific time period.
But you're confident on it?
We're quite confident.
Okay. The big concern, I think Vikas would share that same concept is Duvada with the multiple observations that that plant received, as well as Bachupalli. Your thoughts on either of the plants and what the progress might be on both of them?
So Dubara, we have given a very comprehensive response. So we have to wait for US FDA reviewing them and discussing further what is the next steps to be done. So, I mean, you cannot really comment on what way US FDA will approach, but ideal thing for us will be if there is a re-inspection which happens in that facility and we are being able to show improvements on all the steps that we have taken since the last inspection. And so far as Bachapulli is concerned, yes, number of observations were higher, but internally we believe that most of them were procedural. There has been a significant response.
Okay, that's Dr. Reddy's, but the other stock on radar has